The late genius Carl Sagan once said science is a way of thinking much more than it is a body of knowledge. Well, put on your thinking caps because science is front and center.
Did you know that Atlanta is one of the fastest growing technology centers in the United States? From biotech to a science fair to end all science fairs to robots. We've got robots. We're on the story.
This very useful quote is from the great rocket engineer Wernher von Braun. Research is what I'm doing when I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome back to On the Story. I'm Bobby Batista.
And I'm Bill Nigut. As everybody can tell you, I've been like a kid in a candy store about this next segment. We've got robots. Our metallic guests here are examples of what's going on at the Kell Innovation Center, a very cool partnership between Kell High School in Cobb County and Kennesaw State University. Our human guest is Ed Barker, who is the Assistant Director of Advanced Computing at Kennesaw State.
So far, the only robot that I'm familiar with is that Roomba, that vacuums your house, but I'm keeping an open mind. I'm here at the desk now with some of Ed Barker's students from Kell Innovation Center, Elizabeth Hoyla, a junior at Kell High School, and Alec Kumpf, a senior. You guys, this program that you're in is amazing. It's an after-school program that partners high school students with the pros in the field, kind of a master apprentice program, and you build things like those robots over there. Tell me how you got interested in this and how the program works.
Okay, we're a part of an organization called FIRST for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology, and every year we get a fun task to build a robot. We've had several, the ones over there, they throw basketballs and frisbees and exercise balls. I really got interested because all my friends were doing it, and I came and checked it out, and it's just the coolest thing ever.
Alec, how did you get involved?
Well, I started in 6th grade building these little Lego robots, and I found out that through my middle school, and then I slowly progressed up when I got into high school to the big robots. And it just seemed natural to go from the little Lego ones up to the big ones.
So you are building these after school, right, at the center? Or, I mean, not in your basement, right, where you're tucked away and mom and dad don't know what you're doing?
No, ma'am. We actually have a partner that donated a building to us, and we have a big facility now that we can help other teams as well as our teams. So we host lots of teams that come in and build our robot.
So tell us a little bit about, I'm going to throw it to Bill in just a minute, who's going to talk to Ed, and we're going to demonstrate your projects. But tell us a little about what they are first.
Well, our most recent one has a big 2-foot exercise ball that it throws back and forth between other robots. Then last year's was shooting frisbees and climbing pyramids, and the year before's was shooting a little foam basketball. So it's really interesting. And
I see a sports theme in here.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
So Ed, what are in building these robots we see here? What are the skills that your students are learning? There's computational skills, I assume, mechanical engineering skills. Tell us.
Problem-solving skills, the computational skills. Everyone immediately assumes all the science and technology things. What is often missed by outsiders until they look a little closer is the really important team building skills, how you just approach problems, how you solve problems, life skills, this kind of stuff that employers are really looking for. Don't bring me problems, solve my problems.
You're an interesting guy with this because you do this as a passion. You work with these young people because this is your passion, helping them learn about this stuff.
It really is, and you'll hear the word over and over, opportunity. This is an opportunity for kids to discover things that they didn't know about, to discover passions they didn't have, to discover new careers. It affects everything, the choices they make in life, their schools, their friends, their future. I grew up in a small rural community. We didn't have opportunities like this. Mm-hmm. Now we have all these great opportunities for students to grab that brass ring, try something out. Finding out you don't like it is as important as finding something that you love to do.
So they're going to control these. Which one of these robots is going to give us a demonstration first?
Well, we're going to start with the basketball player from 2012. Let's go ahead and fire this up. We'll make a few shots.
And you're firing it up over...
A little bit more.
That's a noisy robot.
A little bit more?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Holy
Whoa. All right, good shot. One more time. Okay. So that's
I don't want to ask let me, if you don't mind, ask
Sure.
a naive question. What is different about this? How is this more advanced and more sophisticated than, say, a machine that throws baseballs in a pitching and a batter's cage? What have you done here that you wouldn't have in just a mechanical device that does
Well,
that sort of thing?
each year we create a game. Our parent organization creates a game to do many things, and you're trying to make this as exciting as a basketball game or a football game where you got competition involved. So it's more than just sitting here just throwing the ball. The competition court is the size of a basketball court. Sitting here and throwing a ball in a TV studio is not real exciting.
Yeah.
Playing 3-on-3 alliances, a lot of double elimination
And you're doing
competitions
that.
is very,
Okay.
very competitive.
I get that.
It is as exciting as any sport event that you'll ever
I
get to.
get that. Okay, Bobby?
And of course, my observation would be, what's wrong with the human arm? But these things can't possibly come easy to you. You learn by making mistakes and misfires and challenges. So what did you encounter in building these?
Well, sometimes a lot of these parts are kind of expensive, and you learn pretty quickly when you blow up like a $300 part that, all right, that wire doesn't go into there. So that's one of the really hands-on ways that you learn. And then another is just seeing what other teams do, and you really get a lot of observations and take observations from going to those competitions and seeing how people do things.
Elizabeth, same for you?
Honestly, it's all about teamwork. Really, if one person messes it up, you see their mistake, you're not going to make the same mistake. But I love this, like, everything.
Y'all just won a competition, didn't you?
We did. We went to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, the convention center down there, and our robot made it all the way to semifinals, and we won the Outreach Award. It's the Chairman's Award. It's considered one of the most prestigious awards in FIRST, and so winning that award has earned us a ticket to the World Champion competition in St.
Wow,
Louis.
congratulations.
That's very exciting. Where are the World Championships?
The World Championships is at the Edwards Jones Dome and America's Convention Center in St. Louis. They'll have about 20,000 people there from about 60 countries. There's a lot of people that come there. They're going to fill up all the hotels. It's going to fill up the whole town. Be a great celebration. If you can make it out there, you should be there.
What does this robot do right here?
That robot is supposed to do a lot of things. It's supposed to pick up frisbees off the floor, and then we never got that working right. It will shoot frisbees, and it will shoot them pretty far and fast, so we're going to carefully go hit the curtain back here. I want to manually feed in a few frisbees. It also is designed to climb a 10-foot tall steel pyramid like a ladder.
Really?
And I wish I had some video of it for you to see. It's really fascinating to see it. That's why it looks so weird. So,
Well, we look forward. Let's see how this works.
yeah, let's go really slow on the first one. I just want to see where we're aiming. Okay, I'll take that. A little more. All right. A little more. All right. So this is what you might call a great research project because there's a lot of stuff that we don't know how to do yet.
What does that mean? Oh, you mean making it do all the things
Making it do
you'd
all the
like
things
it
we
to.
needed to do. Which we never. This is sort of a successful failure, I guess.
With students like our guest tonight, are you preparing them now? You mentor them on this sort of thing, and I know Alex, you're a senior. I think you said. Are you helping them look at what they might do next in the field of technology?
That's a good question. Not as much as I'd like to, because we're so swamped just carrying out the mission of our team and doing what we're trying to do. These kids are getting so much benefit. As they approach graduation, we do work with them as much as we can to help them identify scholarships, career paths. Being on a team like ours, they get to meet a lot of business executives, get to go on a lot of tours. There's a lot of opportunity. There's that word again, opportunity, opportunity.
And what do you guys want to do when you grow up? Just kidding. You're obviously very grown up.
I hope to be a mechanical engineer when I graduate from Georgia Tech. Once I graduate from high school, I will be dual enrolling at KSU next year, and hopefully I'll get to move on to tech from there.
Great. Alec?
I'm hoping to be an electrical engineer at Georgia Tech. I've been accepted and will be going there in the fall, so I'm really excited to start that next journey of my life.
Did you have an erector set when you were a kid? Because that's what that looks like over there.
No, lots of Legos.
Lots of
Legos.
Well, thank you guys both very much for being with us. It's fascinating, and you're really talented, obviously, so we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tomorrow night, the legislature is back in session, and we'll be back with a lawmaker edition of our show, but we'll also sit down with some of your favorite political beat reporters to get their take on the 2014 session.
Thank you for being with us, and thank you all for joining us tonight. And before we leave you, one more great quote about science from political wit Mark Russell. The scientific theory I like best, he says, is that the rings of Saturn are composed entirely of lost airline luggage. And who's to say they're not? For Bobby Batista, I'm Bill Weigett. Good night.
This is a GPB original production.